I am speaking to you now because the air has turned heavy with things left unsaid, and the hour has arrived when what was whispered in shadows will be placed beneath a bright, unmerciful light. Do not try to skip this. This is not a message for the crowd or for the curious mind that wanders. This is a summons for you, and only you, for your name has been written on the page that is being opened right now. I have watched the pathways of your days, the doors you have knocked upon, the rooms you have cleaned with tears, the words you swallowed to keep peace while your heart trembled, and I say, I have not been blind to any of it. You have asked for a sign. You have asked for clarity. You have asked for rescue that does not humiliate you. Hear me. What is happening behind your back is not stronger than the hand that is over your head. What has been signed in secret will be unscripted when I breathe upon it. What was calculated without you will be recalculated with you at the center, and those who thought you powerless will learn that you were never alone for a single breath. Archangel Michael says, a shocking deal is being made behind your back. Listen carefully, child. I permitted your spirit to feel unsettled because your discernment is alive. Do not dismiss the uncomfortable flutter you felt when that call ended too quickly, when that meeting was moved at the last second, when those papers were mentioned but never shared, when the smiles were too polished to be truthful. You felt it and then you doubted yourself. You told yourself not to be suspicious. You told yourself you were overreacting. You were not. Your spirit is not paranoid, your spirit is positioned. I am sending my warrior to stand behind you as I expose what was arranged without your consent. There is a handshake, there is a message thread, there is a plan that believes it can move your future like a piece on a board while pretending you are merely an observer. I am unsheathing a sword over that plan. I am calling every false promise to account. I am placing a flame to the page where your name was written without your knowledge, and I am watching the ink run and the signature wither. No more. My child, there are times when silence is wisdom, and there are times when silence becomes an invitation for darkness to dance. This is not a time for silence. This is the hour to stand under heaven's lamp and ask simple, clear questions that cannot be twisted by the tongues of those who find comfort in fog. Ask for documents. Ask for timelines. Ask for names. Ask for terms. Do it without accusation, do it with the authority of someone who knows that God Himself is leaning over the conversation. You do not need to raise your voice when I have already raised the standard. You do not need to threaten when I have already fortified your boundaries. But you must speak. You must stand. You must hold your ground with dignity, and you must refuse to sign what you have not fully read, refuse to agree to what you do not fully understand, refuse to accept what was never meant to be your portion. I am not asking you to fight like the world fights. I am asking you to occupy the truth like a house that cannot be broken into. Now listen to me about the matter of your son. My love is not a sweet fog that excuses harm. My love is a fire that purifies and a staff that guides. You have cried many nights over him. You have begged me to keep him safe even when his steps wandered to the edge of places where light grows thin. You have defended him even when your spirit felt bruised. I have watched his choices. I have seen him agree to things that dishonor the wisdom placed in your home. I have watched pride disguise itself as maturity. I have seen the kind of secrecy that doesn't protect innocence but covers small betrayals that add up like stones in a pocket. I am not angry because he is human. I am not angry because he is imperfect. I am angry because he has treated your trust as an expendable coin, because he has chosen people who celebrate his worst impulses and mock the voice I set within him, because he has been careless with the future I am trying to give him, because he has used your tenderness as a cushion instead of as a compass. My anger is not a thunderbolt meant to scorch him, it is a holy alarm that refuses to let him sleep inside the wrong story. You have asked me if you failed him. You have asked me if you could have done more, if an earlier apology, a different rule, an extra hour of listening could have rerouted the river. Hear me, your responsibility is real, but your condemnation is rejected. You will not wear a chain that I did not forge. You will not carry blame that does not belong to you. I am calling your son to account, not because I intend to humiliate him but because I intend to save him from a pride that would grind his years into dust. There is a day coming soon when a conversation will not be delayed, when the words you have prepared will be the words you speak, simple and strong. I love you. I am for you. But I will not finance my own disrespect. I will not sign off on the slow undoing of our house. I will not be silent while you let strangers define your future. You will say this without trembling because I will steady your voice. And though he may flare, though his first response may be sharp, the truth will lodge like a seed. He will wrestle with it. He will remember it. He will turn. Archangel Michael says, do not let panic become your shepherd. Stand and watch. You will see a message arrive that confirms what your spirit already sensed. It will not come by the route they expect, it will slip through a small crack they overlooked. A forwarded thread. A missent attachment. A slip of the tongue that betrays a date and a name. You will feel that familiar swirl of fear rise like smoke, but you will not inhale it. You will exhale peace. You will exhale boundaries. You will write down the facts and you will bring them into the light with measured words. This is how we win, not with frenzy, but with clarity, not with rage, but with righteousness that does not blink. There is an inheritance of peace that has your name engraved within it. There is also an inheritance of responsibility that requires your hands to be clean and your yes to be holy. I am lifting you from the habit of apologizing for existing. I am lifting you from the old vow you made in a younger pain, when you promised never to be a problem, never to need too much, never to ask for what is rightfully yours. That vow has cost you more than you knew. Today, I break it. Today, you become unafraid of your own strength. Today, you step into the grace of being a person who will not participate in their own diminishment. Concerning the deal made behind your back, they believe urgency is their ally, that if they hurry and press, you will sign to keep the peace or to avoid drama. No. Not this time. You will not be rushed. You will not be baited by flattery or controlled by pity. I am stretching time for you like a canvas so you can see the whole picture. I will place a calm in you that frustrates every manipulator. I will give you phrases that turn chaos into order. Put that in writing. We can revisit this after I review. Send me the full document. I need time to consider. No is a complete sentence. Watch how these phrases scatter the swarm. I have watched the money that was promised but never delivered, the terms that were hinted at but never confirmed, the expectations placed on you like invisible weights. I have seen the way certain voices praise you in public and pressure you in private. I say to you, let your internal weather change. Let the barometer drop on every storm they try to pull you into. You will not live by their forecasts anymore. I will give you people who speak straight and honor their word. I will send counsel that does not flatter you to gain access. I will provide a path where your gifts are not extracted like ores from a mine but honored as seeds that are watered, tended, and allowed to bloom. Do not mistake my anger for the absence of mercy. My anger is mercy's fierce twin. Where a gentle tap no longer wakes a sleeping heart, a sacred thunder rolls. And so I thunder now, for your son's sake and for your house. I will surround him with reminders he cannot ignore. The jokes will stop being funny. The nights will stop being numbing. The voices that cheer his recklessness will grow strangely quiet in his ears. He will see the consequence of his choices reflected in the eyes of someone he loves, and he will feel the sting of that look, and that sting will not be wasted. There will be a moment, watch for it, when he returns to a doorway he once slammed. He will not yet know how to speak apology well, but he will know how to stand still and listen. Be ready to receive him without pretending the past did not hurt. Truth and tenderness together, this is the bridge I am building. You asked me for a sign that this message is not just poetry. Here is one. A date will be mentioned to you that does not match what you were previously told. It will seem like a small discrepancy, but it will unlock the entire pattern. When you see the mismatch, do not rush to confront at once. Write it down. Pray. Wait for 2 additional confirmations. They will come in quick succession, a short call that ends awkwardly, a text that arrives with an extra comma, a comment from a person who didn't know you were listening. 3 confirmations, then you speak. This is how you will move with me, not by impulse, but by witness. I will also visit your sleep. Dreams will grow sharper, not heavier. You will wake with a sentence you did not compose. Keep paper by your bed. Write what you hear before it dissolves. You will be given 3 names, one to trust, one to test, and one to gently avoid. You will not need to announce it, you will simply adjust the weight you give to each voice, and watch how alignment returns to your day like the tune returning to an instrument that was slightly out. Do not justify your shift. You do not owe an apology for obeying me. Choose today the rituals that will sustain you through the revealing. Drink water slowly while speaking peace over your body. Place your hand upon your chest and say, I am not late. I am not lost. God is here. Step outside when the sky is the color of beginning and tell the morning that it belongs to me. Put music in the room that refuses the spirit of hurry. Read what is true. Close what invites confusion. Ask me for help with small tasks. Bless the doorway of your home, and say aloud that only truth will pass through it. These are not small acts. These are the steady drumbeats that scatter vultures. To those who made the deal without you, I speak now, you will not swallow what is not yours. You will not sit comfortably upon a chair that belongs to another. You will not call theft strategy or deceit negotiation. What you call clever, I call crooked, and I am straightening the path. There will be a pause you did not plan, an interruption that wastes your rush. You will have to explain why a contract that seemed certain has suddenly become uncooperative. You will be tempted to push harder, to pressure with time and veiled threats. Do not. For her sake and your own, release the thing you tried to hold. There is still time for you to be honest. There is still time for you to be clean. Choose it now, and save yourself from the bruise that is approaching. My child, you have been faithful in the dark. You have kept a candle alive when you wanted to throw the match away. You have defended hearts that would not have defended you. This season will not end with you being shamed. You will not be left with almost and if only. I am preparing a table for you where conversation is safe and commitments are real. I am restoring your sleep. I am returning laughter to the kitchen, the small kind that hums as you stir a pot and forget the clock. I am giving you back the joy of planning without the dread of someone else's sabotage. You will hold papers that are clear. You will sign your name without trembling. You will look at your reflection and see strength that does not need to shout. As for your son, I will not stop mid-work. I will send someone his age who has already learned the hard lesson he is playing with. This friend will not preach, they will simply tell the story and walk away, and that story will echo. I will use a memory from his childhood, a moment of you standing in a doorway, a smell from the kitchen, a sentence you once said while mending something broken, and I will thread it into the present like a stitch, and it will hold something together that would have torn. He will come to you sooner than you fear and later than you prefer. He will come when pride cracks just enough for love to climb through. Be ready with boundaries and with warmth. You will not be manipulated again. You will not be cold. You will be new. Do not try to skip this part. Forgive the version of yourself that tolerated too much because you were afraid of being abandoned. That version is not your enemy. They were a guardian who kept you alive while you learned my voice. Thank them and release them. Step into the self that knows you are sustained by a love that does not negotiate your worth. You are entering days when your no will be as holy as your yes, when your pace will be set by grace rather than by guilt, when your home will feel like a sanctuary again. I am not promising a life without conflict. I am promising a presence that makes conflict powerless to poison you. Archangel Michael says, hold the line. We are with you in the conversation that is coming. When you feel your heart beat too fast, slow your breathing and remember that heaven is not in a hurry. When they try to confuse the issue, return to the center. What is written? What is agreed? Where is my consent? When they demand, answer with calm. When they flatter, answer with facts. When they sulk, answer with silence. When they finally speak truth, honor it and move forward. You will not be baited into old patterns. You will not be dressed in labels that were never yours. You have asked me for a blessing that is not merely money or applause but a life that fits your soul. That blessing has already begun. It begins with this clarity. It continues with your strengthened voice. It expands with companions who hold you up without holding you back. It will be sealed with the unmasking of what was hidden. When the moment of revealing arrives, you will feel a release inside your chest, something like the quiet after rain. You will not need to announce it to the world. You will simply live in it, and those who know you will see the difference and ask, what changed? And you will smile and say, God came into the room and I finally listened. My child, I am in the room now. I have not come to accuse you, I have come to establish you. I have not come to destroy your son, I have come to deliver him. I have not come to leave you at the mercy of other people's plans. I have come to set your future under the mercy of my plan. Walk forward. Keep your hands clean. Keep your boundaries strong. Keep your ear turned toward peace. Watch how quickly the fog thins. Watch how the deal collapses when truth is demanded. Watch how your son's heart softens in the days you thought would harden him. Watch how I turn a shocking plan into a shocking testimony. Do not try to skip this. You are protected. You are provided for. You are positioned. If you breathe this in and stand in it, you will witness what I have promised you for so long. I will make it obvious. I will make it plain. And when you lay your head down tonight, I will blanket you with a rest that tells your bones, it is safe to trust again. I am speaking to you now because the hour has turned and the door I have held open for you is swinging on its last quiet hinges. You have carried burdens in silence, and you have hidden questions behind your smile so that others might not worry. But I, who see the rooms behind your eyes, will not allow your future to be traded away while you stand unaware. I am the one who numbered your days before you lived a single one of them, and I do not allow darkness to bargain with the child whom I have marked with light. Do not be afraid of what I am about to reveal, be ready. Archangel Michael stands at your threshold with a sword that does not miss, and he has sounded a watchman's cry over your house. He says a shocking deal has been arranged behind your back, hands clasped in secret, whispers exchanged in corridors you never entered, promises made using your name like a coin. I have watched the signatures drafted in unseen places, the calculations that weigh your hope against someone else's greed. But take comfort. I permitted this to be exposed so you can reclaim what is yours and walk forward with a clear brow. The trap is not the end, it is the place where their plan will unravel. You felt it as a prickle in your spirit, unease that came while you were busy, a tug in the night that made you turn and look for something that wasn't there. That was me calling you to attention. Those who think they can arrange your tomorrow without consulting the author of your tomorrow have misread the story. Your future is still in my hand. No one can purchase what I have already paid for with love, mercy, and the weight of my word. I am not late, I am precise. Listen closely now, because I am placing language in your mouth and strategy in your hands. You will cut the cords of this deal by refusing pressure, by asking the questions that make deceivers blink, by holding documents up to light, literal and spiritual. You will not sign what is crooked, you will not agree to what is painted as blessing while hiding a barb. I am sharpening your discernment so that the nice words will sound hollow and the rushed timelines will show their panic. I am your advocate, and Michael is the soldier at your gate. I am angry over the sins committed around you, and I am angry over the harm that seeks you. Hear me, I am slow to anger and rich in mercy, but my anger burns against fraud, oppression, and those who prey on the innocent. I will not allow an exchange that steals your inheritance of peace. I am turning over the table where they spread their papers, I am scattering the coins they counted as if they owned the sunrise. Watch how quickly lies lose their breath when truth enters the room. Now I speak of your son, and my words come with both fire and tenderness. I am very angry at what he has allowed into his heart, at the pride and stubbornness that close his ears when wisdom calls from the doorway. He has made light of counsel, treated boundaries as a game, and flirted with paths that double back into thorns. My anger is not the rejection of him but the rejection of the foolishness that drags him toward loss. I love him too fiercely to pretend that darkness is harmless. Do not mistake my correction for abandonment. The very fact that I confront him is proof that he is still mine to rescue. I am hemming him in, closing side paths that look exciting but destroy the soul, exposing every false friend who claps for his downfall. I am setting a mirror before him so he can see what you have wept over. And for you, I am pouring strength so your prayers do not collapse in exhaustion. You are not alone in this battle. Michael's banner is lifted over your family. I am sending a shaking into the relationships that celebrate his worst impulses. The group chats will grow cold, the invitations will thin, the thrill will taste bitter. I am doing this to separate him from the chorus that sings him toward a cliff. When he reaches for the old comfort and finds it gone, he will remember your words and the warmth of your table. Do not say, "It is getting worse." Say, "God is turning the soil so new roots can grow." What looks like loss is rescue in disguise. As for the deal behind your back, take these steps without delay. First, gather every record, messages, emails, contracts, receipts. Second, bring your questions into the daylight. Do not be polite with lies. Third, set an appointment with counsel who answers to truth, not to fear. Fourth, bring me into the room before you walk in, invite me to sit in the chair no one sees, and watch the atmosphere bend. This is not paranoia, this is stewardship of the future I promised you. You will notice a verse rise in your memory, a phrase you thought you had forgotten. That will be my underlining. When your heart starts to race, breathe and say, "God is here." When they press you to decide in the moment, say, "If it is of God, it will stand tomorrow." Peace will be your compass, panic will be your warning sign. You owe no one a rushed yes. The one who truly cares for your good will be willing to wait while you pray. Some of the pressure has come masked as favor. Some of the flattery has come packaged as prophecy. I am stripping those masks in front of you now. The hand that feeds you fear seems generous, but it demands payment with interest in your sleep. I have already prepared a better door that requires no deception to open. You will not have to sell your integrity to pay for your breakthrough. The blessing that has your name on it looks like freedom when you hold it. I am arresting the momentum of this scheme. Where they thought the timeline was set, it is now scrambled. Where they believed the signatures were inevitable, pens will slip, and minds will change. The on